Hey guys, it's Drek, and I'm filming this one very quickly, and there's no intro, and it's just going up at a very weird hour of the night, and that's because this video had to be made as soon as possible, I guess. So if you are not interested in Humans vs. Zombies or the event formerly like Nation vs. Zombies or an event of that scale like an invitational for HVZ, then this video isn't for you. You can ignore it, and I'm sorry that it showed up in your subscriber feed. Please stay subscribed, but this is specifically the best way that I had to disseminate all the information that needed to be shared about what is going on with NVZ. And so we will start at the beginning, a very good place to start. So Nation vs. Zombies. I keep throwing things. I just got back from the gym. I haven't showered yet. I'm completely and totally exhausted, but this took priority. So Nation vs. Zombies, as you know, is something that I care a lot about. It was a huge invitational run last year in 2016 in the Missouri State University campus, and it was I told myself that I would be as polite and professional as I possibly could be during this video, so we will avoid any specifics and as much name calling as we can get away with. NVZ last year was a logistical disaster in that the organization as it was had a lot of arguments with the moderators from the school that had agreed to put it on. And that is the most boiled down, very polite way that I can put that, but that obviously leads to a lot of conflict, and conflict on the fly in an event with that many players is terrible. It's very bad. So it led to a real weird situation where there wasn't a ton of confidence in the powers that were putting this thing together. But it did do one really good thing, and I don't want to make it out to be a bad thing. Nation vs. Zombies, as it was, proved to us that getting together as a community once a year was an incredible thing. It was almost magical to be in a room with all of my favorite people, some of which I had never had the opportunity to meet before. Because as awesome as events like the World Record event are, and some of these things that I travel literally across the world are, and as many people as I've gotten to meet and move with this hobby and my content, there was nothing quite like getting all of the enthusiasts in one place to meld minds and just do. Really, it wasn't about doing anything. It was just about enjoying the company of people who shared your hobby and your love for this this foam-flinging fun. And so that was the greatest thing about Nation vs. Zombies. It wasn't the game, which was a mechanical disaster. It wasn't the convention itself. It was putting all of the people who mattered together in one place and proving that behind all of the drama and everything, we're really all in it together. Like, all of us Nerf nerds are... So it was very special. It was very cool. And for me personally, that was the best part of the entire thing, is getting to spend that time with my friends and new friends all at once. So that is what Nation vs. Zombies accomplished. That said, it didn't get better, so to speak. And this is where like a lot of the drama is coming from right now in regards to the current event organization. The most polite way that I can put this is that the founder of Nation vs. Zombies is grossly unqualified. Just very incompetent in regards to large-scale event organization, the running of a Humans vs. Zombies game, and really more important than anything else, like treating people who are volunteering respectfully. And so a lot of the things that went wrong last year started going wrong again this year. And there was a lot of just disagreements. And I'm not editing this video because I just want to get it all out there and be as clear and as honest and as professional as you guys have been trusting me to do for the better part of a decade on this channel. So that's the long and short of it, is that this year was spiraling out of control and was scheduled to happen at Athens, Ohio at OU between June 23rd and 25th. There was supposed to be a convention which was going to cost both people who attended it money, which is kind of crazy, and the people who were vending at it even more money. That's a lot like asking Stan Lee to pay you money to go to Comic-Con, just for the record. But that was what was going to happen this year. Now, through these discrepancies and this incompetence manifesting itself, over the course of this entire organization process, a lot of the most important people, the thing that make Athens, Ohio the ideal choice for this year's event, which are its phenomenal mod staff and incredible players, just dropped out. They got sick of the way that they were being bullied and just left. And so that was really disappointing, because we got to a point where most of the really good people who were going to make a great game no longer wanted anything to do with it. They have an incredible campus. They have wonderful facilities and really great people, but they were so sick of the idea of working for this nation versus zombies thing that they just quit. And so the best way to put this is that I came together with those people and I offered them the resources of my channel. My experience is probably, like, if not the one of the... I'm very fortunate with this channel in that I've gotten to play more humans versus zombies than I think anybody else. And so I offered them that experience and the resources of my channel, and I offered to bankroll the entire event so that it could be free for everyone, vendors, players, participants, and everybody would get the things that they got last year out of it, but nobody would have to pay because it's already so expensive to take a weekend off work, no matter who you are. I'm a YouTuber and a consultant, and it's still cheaper, still expensive, I guess, for me to take the 5 days off, realistically, that I need to go to an event that's 3 days long, in the middle of the country. So, where was I? These stream of consciousness videos are difficult, guys. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can here with just being super duper exhausted. But where was I? I came together with those people and offered them my resources, and we decided that we could just put together an incredible event. The event that we wanted to bring since choosing that for the location. And so at this point in time, that's what's happening. Like, that is what we're doing, regardless of all of the drama and everything that may or may not be going on with Nations versus Zombies. Nations versus Zombies is effectively dead, and I'll get to that in a moment. But the thing that's happening now is Endwar, and that is what we have chosen to call this event. It's HVZ Endwar. It is the same dates, June 23rd through 25th, at the same campus, but this time with all of the incredible people that were already working to make a great event. So, it is Endwar, and then there will be a convention, which, as I said, I am bankrolling, so it will be entirely free for everyone, and we're calling that FoamCon. And so, that's for foam-flinging warriors only. And that's what's going to happen. So I truly believe that with these incredible people, and I've already had so many people step up and say that they would love that idea, and I was talking to them kind of before we pulled the trigger, and I really wanted to coordinate with the founders of Nation versus Zombies and kind of bring them in and teach them a little bit about event coordination and maybe, like, put them in a position where they could be a part of this thing. And I tried. I tried so hard to get these people on board with a plan that would benefit everyone. I gave away so many olive branches, my olive tree is dead, which for a Greek guy is a pretty bad thing. But, so that's not happening anymore. Instead, we are running an event with the incredible mod staff of the Athens, Ohio people. I'm sure they're also bringing people in from Youngstown, which is another game that's exceptional and very close to them. If you aren't familiar with Ohio HVZ, it's kind of like a conglomerate, not necessarily competing schools. Beside the point, the game is going to be incredible. It's in the same place at the same time with the same wonderful facilities, and now it's free. You can't beat free, and if you've already made travel plans, there's nothing to worry about. Just come to the event that you wanted to go to in the first place, I guess. Now, as for vendors, because people have asked me about this, there was a lot of confusion with that, but it's actually very simple. I've been contacting everybody who wanted to be a vendor at the previous event, which is no longer happening, and I have talked to them, and they have all agreed. Everyone that I have talked to has said that they would be exceptionally interested in a free event where people could come up without paying money to get in the door, and they would have complete access to all of the participants in this wonderful game. And at great risk of outing all these people, there are so many of them that I actually can't list all of them, but I wrote a few down. so that you would, at least in good faith, know that everybody who you wanted to see anyway is coming. But my friend Avery of Custom 3D Nerf will be there. Of course, Bobalolo will be there. Aeromech will be there. Jesse of the Foam Dart Launcher Project, whose work is phenomenal and only gets better, and I've been sharing recently, will be there. Coat Duck, who also has some very exciting work in the realm of 3D printing and custom parts, will be there and has a YouTube channel. My man Evan B will be there with his partner in crime, Ben, and they are bringing some incredibly exciting stuff, including some like custom Delrin flywheels and just some awesome stuff. If that was a secret, guys, I'm sorry for spoiling it, but I am so excited for what you're doing. The wonderful people of the Naptown Nerf community will be there, so that is, of course, the lovely and talented Zach and Jill combo, and they have their own YouTube channel, and they will be there. Essentially, my Adelphos at this point, Vlad, will be there. The phenomenally talented Luke of Out of Darts will be there. The wonderful Containment crew will be there. Huge shout out to them for putting us up for the first night of Toy Fair. It was an absolute pleasure to sleep on your couch this year, guys, etc., and so forth. So everybody is essentially on board with this, and the most important person that I want to see at Endwar is you. Like, it's not a war if you don't show up, I guess. And so if you were considering, this is the can't miss Nerf event of the summer. I think that what we're doing in Texas is pretty exciting and certainly on another plane entirely, but this is almost more intimate. It's exactly like just enthusiasts. It's the best of every HVZ program from across this incredible country coming together for one great game, for one great weekend. And so that is what this video was about. That is what I wanted to share with you in this video. I wanted to share with you my personal excitement for Endwar and FoamCon, June 23rd through 25th in Athens, Ohio. I wanted you to know that it would be absolutely free because I know how incredibly expensive it is to travel. I do a ton of it myself, and it's just, there's no sense in charging you guys more on top of that, especially after all the turmoil that we've been through this year with organizing this event. And so that is all that I wanted to tell you. I cannot speak to what the people behind Nation vs. Zombies are doing. Most of them moved over and chose to work with this new plan, but there are definitely a few of them who are understandably pretty upset right now. And whatever they choose to do, I wish them the absolute best of luck in their endeavors. I hope that they get everything that they want out of that plan and more, but it is my intent to make Endwar the recurring annual function that this community that has given everything to me deserves, and I would love to see you there. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you hearing me out. Just take this, I guess, in the spirit that it was intended and in the honest nature that it was presented you to in. Much love, Nerf on, Drac out. Now I have to click this thing because I filmed it on an iPhone.